Hey, boys and girls, it's Mr. McAndrew, the math coach. Hope you're having a good day so far. I thought we could play one last game of 10 frame flash this week. Go out with a party, right? With a game. So why don't we get that party started? Um, so if 10 frame flash has been kind of difficult recently, it's because we've gotten to some bigger numbers. That's okay. If you're kind of struggling with it, like, I don't know how many dots there are, Mr. McAndrew, just do your best and make sure you listen to me when we go over what the number is, like how many dots there are, okay? So we've been getting all the way up into the 30s. We're not going to go any higher today, but let's take a quick review of the numbers that we've been exploring so far, okay? So this is as I explained, it's called a hundreds chart. We've been writing on it this week, right? And at the top, you can see the numbers that we've been focusing on the most this year, which are numbers 1 through 10, right? So let's count those together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we stop there. Okay, we're going to stop there. And 10, as we've been talking about, is a really important number, okay, in mathematics. Take my word for it. It's really important. So one way you can think about, so the rest of the numbers, that these are the ones, the next 10 numbers are ones you've been learning a lot about these past few weeks, right? So let's count those next. So we counted 1 through 10. Okay, so count with me. Ready? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so the next, we call this 10 is 20. All right, because you can have two 10s, right? A 10 and a 10 makes 20. So we call those 10s. All right. Now, some of you have been learning to say these numbers another way. Okay, so instead of saying 11, you could also say, in some languages actually, I think it's in Chinese, they're very smart about it. They call 11 10 1, and they call 12 10 2. What's so smart about that is that's really what 12 is, right? We've been learning that 12 has 10 in it. That 1 means 10, and that 2 means just 2, right? So let's count it that way up to 20. Okay, so count with me. Ready? 10 1, 10 2, 10 3, 10 4, 10 5, 10 6, 10 7, 10 8, 10 9, 20. Okay, so 20 is what we call the next decade number, the next 10. And then you say the number 20 for the next 9 numbers, right? So it's 21, right? 22, 23, 24, 25. You counting with me? Yeah, count with me, okay? 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, but let's forget about 30 right now. So do you see a pattern here, boys and girls? Right? You see the pattern that after we get to 10, it's 10 1, 10 2, 10 3. Then we get to 20 and it's 21, 22, 23, 24. Now we're getting to 30 and it's the same thing where it's going to be like 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, and by the end of this year, you're going to be able to count all the way to 100. But you don't really have to remember 100 different numbers because there's a lot of repetition. You do have to know these numbers, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, because those are the numbers that you're going to repeat. So like when you get to 70, it's 71, 72, 73, okay? So for today, we're just going to focus on our 10 frame flash. Sorry for the long introduction here. We're just going to focus on numbers anywhere from 11, or should I say 10 1, all the way up to into the 30s. So let's say 39. All right? All right, let's get started. Here we go. All right, boys and girls, so let's try this one, okay? I'll take my hand off. I'll cover it up real quick, and then I'll give you another peek, and then let's see if you can figure out what number it is. Okay? All right, here we go. Mark, get set, and go. All right, that was your first peek. Now comes your second peek. Here we go. All right, what do you think? Did you figure it out? Did you get, let's see, I saw that here, I knew that we have 10, right? We know that. That's a 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then over here, I could see that there was 5 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I could see there was one more here, and that gives me 6. So 10 and 6, what does that give us? Does that give us, move this down a little bit, that should give us 16, right? Because this 1 means 10, and this 6 just means 6. All right, so did you get 16? All right, good job. If you didn't get 16, but you're learning right now, then that's awesome. Your brain is growing. Super, super, super. All right, let's try another one. All right, are you ready? Okay, rev your engines. Rum, rum, on your mark. Get set and go. All right, that's your first peek. Okay, did you get it yet? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller, anybody? All right, here we go. Here's your next peek. Oh, what do you think? What did you see? Let's take a look. Did anybody get 26? We just did 16, right? We just did 16. But this time, instead of having 1 10, I saw 2 10s. So I think it's 26. So let's look. Here, I can see there's a 10 here and a 10 here. That makes 20, right? 10, 20. Should we prove it? Right? You're like, are you sure that's 20, Mr. McAndrew? I don't know about that. I also don't know why I talk like that when I talk like you, but that's just how I talk. But, so we know, can we say that we know this is 10, right? So let's count, let's make sure this is 20 altogether. Ready? 10, let's count together. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it is 20, all right? So this 2 doesn't mean just 2, it means 20. And here it is right here. Okay, now this 6 over here, again, I use the same card, right? I have 5 here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the only thing that changed was we added another 10. Okay? All right, let's try another one. We'll do a couple more, okay? All right, are you ready? Hum, hum, on your mark, hum, get set, rev your engines, and first peek. Go. All right, that was your first peek. It was a quick one, right? But I'm going to give you a second peek. Here we go. Mark it set. What do you think? How many dots do you see? You see none right now because I'm covering them. Oh. All right, so I saw, raise your hand if you got 24. Anybody get 24? That's what I got because I can see that there's 10, 20, right here. There's 20 here, right? And there's 4 here because look, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I have to count all the dots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm never going to make it in time. Those peaks aren't going to be long enough. But if I just look and be like, oh, look at that. There's a 10 and another 10. That's 20. And then 4 more naturally is 24. Then bing, bam, boom, you got it. Okay? All right. So let's do 1 or 2 more and then we'll call it a day. Okay? You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great. All right. Are you ready? Revving those engines. Rum, rum, rum. On your mark. Get set and first peek, go. Oh, that was the first peek. There's a lot of dots down there, aren't there? Okay, remember, it's 10, 20, 30. Okay, those are your 10s, all right? Mark a set, last peek. All right, what do you think? How many dots do you think there are? Raise your hand if you think there are 24. Okay, how about 34? How about 35? How about 33? How about 23? Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, let's find out, okay? Where'd my marker go? There it is. So if we put this one aside, we can see we have 10 here, 10 here, and 10 here. Okay, so that makes 10, 20, 30. Okay, now if you don't believe me about the 30, let's double check, all right? So we know this is 20 here, right? So we've got, count with me, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so that's 30. So all of this makes 30. Okay, and that's why this number is 34, because this 3 means there are 30, and this 4 means there are just 4. Okay? All right. So, great job. We will do one more number, and then I will say goodbye. Don't cry. All right, boys and girls, are you ready? There's a lot of dots. There's so many dots, like I'm not even sure my hand could cover all the dots, so I'm using a piece of paper. Okay. On your mark, get set, and take a peek. Any thoughts yet? Anybody see it yet? That was quick. I know, I didn't give you much time. So here's your second peek, okay? Here we go. Anybody? All right, if you're not sure yet, okay, take one more look right now and see what you think. How many dots do you see? If you need to count them up, just count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You might be tired, but just count them up. All right, did anybody get... I'll tell you what I got. Well, let's look at it together, okay? So we know here, we just did this. This should be 30, right? Because we have 10 here, and then 20, and then 30. So that's 30, okay? And if we counted all those up, we'd count to 30. All right, and then over here, this was more dots than we've been doing, right? But we have 5 in this column right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then coming down here, we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know that 5 and 4 makes 9. Because look, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I also know it's 9 really quick. Do you know why? Well, I'll tell you whether you know why or not. Is there's only 1 missing, right? And now if there was a dot there, that would make 10. But there's 1 that's gone. And I know that 1 less than 10 is 9. So that's why it's always good to practice counting backwards sometimes, right? Like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, all right. They should call me count backwards. That actually would be appropriate. Okay, so the number, without further ado, is 39. All right, boys and girls? Okay, I hope this was kind of fun. Yeah? I mean, I have a blast, so I hope you did too. I hope it's starting to help you to get to know some bigger numbers. If you're still sort of like, I don't know, Mr. McAndrew, about these 20s and 30s, that's okay. You're going to keep working with these numbers with your teachers and with me, and just hang in there, pay attention, and count with your parents. Count anything that you can count to. Count as high as you can, all right? All right, boys and girls, great to be with you as always. All right, be good. What do I say? Be good, be kind, be safe, and just keep counting. Oh, count forwards and backwards, right? If you're like, oh, Mr. McAndrew, I can count forwards all day long. Well, then count backwards. See how that goes. All right, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.